Hey everyone, Sheila here from Life with Pets. Let's talk projects. We've got several of them coming up over the next few months, and so I thought that I would share with you some of the future plans that we are going to be doing on several of our tanks. So let's go and take a look at our newest and biggest tank, and we'll talk about that and then work our way down in size of tanks. So this is our 125 gallon install. This is where we're going to do it. It is 6 feet long and I think it's 18 inches wide and about 22 or 23 deep. I'm not 100% certain. This is some of the substrate that's going to be going into the tank, and I think there's more in the cupboard here. I do like the cupboards on this tank because they are really large. So you can see we do have a big box of substrate there. I also like the fact that the back is open so you can easily get to the outlets, obviously for power. I think in the middle we're going to be doing the cube storage. We do actually have a unit just right there with cube storage, and so I think we're probably going to do that in the middle, and then we can put all the fish items in there. Absolutely love this tank. The lights, I'm not so sure that they're going to be good enough for plants. They are LED, however they're not full colour spectrum, so I'm not too sure whether they will be okay for plants. So the plan is to move all the fish out of the 75 gallon tank into the 125, so they've got a lot more space. A lot of these fish are going to get big, especially the bala sharks. Also the denison barbs, they are also pretty large in this tank, and so we just felt that they needed more space, so all these fish are going to be moving. We are going to be also taking all the plants out of here, and they're going to be going in the 125 gallon. We are also going to be doing the black background like we did last time, and that is our divider material, and I am actually going to do a video on that because we got so many questions when we lined out this tank, so we are going to be doing that again on that tank. The main reason is for the puffer fish, however I just also really like the effect of it. I think that it makes the plants pop, the fish pop, and especially with the colouring of the rose lines, and then the new fish that will be going into the tank as well. Cannot wait for these fish to get in there. They're going to have so much more space and will be able to grow even bigger. So moving on, the next tank that we're going to be completely redoing is this 20 gallon long. This is the tank that Blaze was in, and we have decided that we're going to completely break it down. We're going to be moving the cories, I can't see them, oh there's one in the corner there. We're going to be moving the cories into the other 20 gallon, which I'll show you in a minute, and we're going to get rid of the substrate. We're actually going to get rid of the filtration in this tank. We will probably boil the wood and soak it for a very, very long time. We're going to bleach the tank, and we're going to completely start from scratch in this tank. We don't really know what was wrong with Blaze, whether it was a genetic growth or whether it was something actually in the tank, and so we want to be on the safe side and not put any other fish into here. So we're going to take everything out, snails included. Everything will be coming out of the tank, and the whole thing will get bleached and cleaned, and then we'll start again. This one we're probably going to set up as a 20 gallon long divided tank. I've got to show you Belfin. Belfin, we will be moving on to you in a minute or two. He is so desperate for attention. So that's what we're going to be doing with this tank. I'm not sure whether we're going to split it just once or whether we're going to do it twice, but obviously we will be using our dividers. The next tank that is going to be getting a makeover is Belfin's tank, and the reason for that is we're wanting, these two tanks are actually next to each other. They're both 20 gallon longs, and so we're wanting them to look like almost one tank. So we will be doing black sand in his tank, so we're going to be taking out the substrate and doing black sand, which I do think will really make him look good because he will really stand out against the black sand. And in this tank, I think we're probably going to do fluval stratum, but I'm not 100% certain. We might do sand in this one as well. So it will be either or, but we're going to be giving him a full makeover as well. So really looking forward to doing that. So this tank here will most likely come down to this tank here. So we're probably going to swap this one and put this one up where the other one is, and then we can sort of do a scape that goes with that. This tank has our female beta fish Jasmine and some rummy nose tetras in it. As you can see, extremely heavily planted. It also holds our mystery snails that are ready to go out for sale. These will actually have been up for sale by the time you see this video. There may be some left, so if you want to check them out, the link to our store will be in the description box below. So this tank we will be doing somewhat of a makeover on, just in that probably giving it a really good tidy up, and then also making it tie in with Belfin's tank, so that when you sort of look at them, it almost looks like you are looking at the one tank. As for the shrimp tank, which is right next to it, this tank also, we are thinking of doing a much larger tank on this one, possibly the 75 gallon. We're not sure whether to turn it into a shrimp only and nano species. We're not too sure. We're sort of still debating on whether we want another really large tank, whether we're going to keep it or not. So these will be getting an upgraded tank, but whether it will be 75 gallon, I'm not sure. But this one is a little further down the road and is not going to be imminent. It probably will be 2 to 3 months from now before we decide what we're going to do with this specific tank. We will most likely be breaking down this tank. I'm not fully sure yet, because this one's actually been set up for over 3 years. So we're not 100% certain yet to whether we are going to break this one down or not. But the plan is to break this one down and to use the other one as a 20 gallon long with just the one divider, maybe 2 dividers, so we can add another beta fish, but we're not 100% certain on that. So in the last video I said that we would be showing the start of the 125 gallon. Unfortunately, I got the video timings mixed up on them. I wanted to do the what was coming up and then obviously go into starting to set tanks up. So I apologize for that if you guys were thinking this video was going to be the new tank setup, but the next video will be the start of that process. So if you want to come along on all the projects that we've got going on, then make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments box below what you think of the projects that we're going to be doing. If you've got any ideas, then go ahead and share them as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.